Yes, indeed. Once again, it is on, man. Check it out, man. We want to welcome you to the show that we call Bald-Headed Reasoning, man. I know you heard the crickets, and it is time to kick it. So grab yourself a drink, and we're going to tell you what we think, man. You dig that? This is the big show called Bald-Headed Reasoning, man. I am your host, Timothy Hart, man. I got my boys in the house, man. What's dog hit me from the outer space, what they call the National Space Center out there,
Man, we
dog,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
International
yeah. You
Space
know how
Center?
we doing, man. Hey, last week, man, I thought I was gonna make it home for the fourth. Uh, yeah, they told me, hey, look, man, you out here on an extended trip, so we gonna get you back. You out there like the Martian man. I don't know when you gonna be able to make it home, so I hope you out there making. You done figure out a way to do some agricultural benefits to grow you some potatoes or something. So I'm kind of stuck out here eating these little potatoes I'm making, and hopefully I'll be back. I don't know when, but family, y'all keep me in prayer. Send one up for me. I'm gonna be back eventually. I don't know what's gonna happen, but coming from you from the international space, we welcome you to the Bald-Headed Region episode today. That you gonna hopefully get some out of because we gonna turn up. We missing a few fallen comrades today. They got some things going on, but we gonna hold it down for everybody.
We're
Welcome
gonna
to the
hold it
show.
down for him. We're gonna hold it down for him, man. Don't drop none of them hot coals on me up there, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Don't
no,
drop
no, no,
that.
no, no. Hey, look, cause they gonna come in like old meteorite.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yes, sir. All right, then. What's going on? Hey, Ando, what's going on, dog?
Man, I can't call it, bro. Only thing I got to say is we ready, we ready,
I know who you talking about.
we ready.
I know who you talking about. I know it.
Y'all.
Yes, sir. Hey man, so we're gonna tap in and do it to you real right, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Go ahead and tap in and follow us on YouTube, man. New episodes available every Monday. We also on Spotify, man. So if you're riding in the car, you ain't got time to watch it on YouTube. No worry, man. Go ahead and turn that volume up, man. We'll do it to you. You dig? All right. So we're gonna jump into our first segment, fellas. It is called the Head Lead. The Head Lead is powered by New Spot Alert ATL. New Spot Alert ATL is your number one spot for culinary and goods and services in and around the ATL. So if you're around our area, man, tap in to New Spot Alert ATL. You dig? All right, fellas, the Head Lead, man. Watchdog, during your military career, man, at what point did it resonate with you that you were a tremendous leader and mentor? Okay, can you just share an example for me, man? At what
Oh,
point did it resonate with you, man?
I got one. I'm gonna go real fast, man. So I think it was no, I'll take that back. The deployment before I left 101, the 101st Screaming Chickens. Before I left out of there, man, I was old platoon sergeant out there, one of the units, old 526. Shout out to old 526 BSB. But yeah, man, I was the platoon sergeant out there, and the soldiers back then didn't really understand, they felt that I was really hard on them, and then felt that I wasn't hard on others. But at the end of the day, right, it culminated to it kind of came full circle, and this question goes to that what I'm about to say, right? This one particular soldier, I
Mhm.
remember when he got promoted to, from the E4 Mafia. For those of you that ain't never been in the military, there's a thing called E4 Mafia.
It
E4
is.
Mafia, your Barrack lawyers, your your food service people, they know everything. They tell you anything
Subject
from
matter
rule.
experts,
It is
everything.
subject matter expert on everything. So that's E4 Mafia, you go. But once you cross over that line, it's like you if you ever watch the movie Life, right? The gun line run from shack to shack. So so the E4 Mafia line ran from E4 and below. And then as
Yeah.
soon as you cross over to that doggone threshold into the NCO core, I don't care if you was a corporal or above. The minute you put on some stripes, you became a threat to the equal mafia. So this particular individual, we got him corporal stripes, and while we was downrange, and then he immediately became subject matter enemy number one, and he didn't understand. I said, "You're gonna become an enemy." The same folk that you calling your battle buddies, your friends, they gonna turn on you. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna come here and you're gonna ask me what to do because they're gonna turn you. So what happened to him? Uh, he came by to go my little old Connex and little small little Connex, and then standing there befuddled, looking at me saying, So man, I can't find 2 soldiers.
What?
Meaning, I said, excuse me, I can't find 2 soldiers. I said, dude, we down range. What you mean you can't find 2 soldiers? That don't go together. You know where we at right now? He like, I can't find them. I've been looking for them for the last couple hours. I ain't
It's
found them.
911.
I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. I said, hold on. I said, we doing the 100% inventory right now in the SSA, so I know they got to be here. You sure you can't find? He say, I'm asking, nobody responding. I calling their name. I said, hold on, let me go out here. So I give him a little gear. I walk out there and I start looking. I look at this one section of connects on 120-foot mill, man. It's in a pretty much in a U shape. And I'm looking, and I'm standing there just watching. I see a soldier keep coming in and out of the connects. Man, okay, that soldier right there. I'm standing there, I'm looking, I'm watching a little bit longer. I turn around at the soldier. Hey, where them other 2 at? They right here. I'm like, right where? I've been standing here for not long 15 minutes watching you go in and out of the 120-foot mill, man. And this house don't know what I hear. Where they at? They right here, son. I'm like, right where? In the multi-pack box.
From him.
They sit in the multi-pack box, got that summer gun turned up, and you want to see the bottom of it. They've been sitting in that summer gun for the last 2 hours listening to him call them.
They
So,
hazing.
when I went back around that corner, I said, hey, man, I found your soldiers. She say, how you find my soldiers already? So I found them. You want me to tell you where they at? He looking. He said, yeah. I said, go back around that corner right there. I want you to stand right where you were standing. He stood there and looked. I said, who you see? He said, well, that's what's her name? POC, I can't remember her name right. Come in out of color. I said, you don't see that multi-pack box sitting right there? Call them 2 soldiers' names, see what happens. He called their name, and we right here, Court Ridge. He said, I've been calling y'all for 2 hours. Y'all been sitting in this box for 2 hours. Hey, he walked back over there so fast, boy. Hey, I swear he was down on the road runner. That dust trail stopped, and he turned and looked at me. Can I use your computer? I said, well, sure. I said, well, sure. I already got it up on the screen for you. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Hey, I saw it. Type it up and throw it. So to wrap it up real quick, years later, as a matter of fact, it was 2000, maybe 2010, 2011. And we got back in 2000. Granted, we got back to almost the end of 2006 from that deployment. And I ended up at ASC at the recommendation of somebody off to my right. I ain't gonna say no names. And when I said, what the heck is ASC? And where the heck is Rock Island at? And they was like, you better take that. And I ended up taking that. So and then after Rock Island, so I went from there to Rock Island, 3 years at Rock Island, went on another deployment, came back, got the lead, and I'm sitting in my old desk, chilling at the old first. I'm like, man, who number is this ringing on my desk phone? I pick up the phone, and I'm like, first sergeant, this is that's Sergeant Richardson. I'm like, Richardson? I say, Cobra Richardson? He like, yeah, first sergeant. He say, I've been trying to find your number and trying to get a hold of you because I really need to tell you. I understand now. I understand why you were hard on us. I am understanding why you was telling us everything you was saying, but a lot of us just wasn't really taking that into consideration, and that's why we were filing all these complaints. I say, I get it, my man. I understand, but I was trying to tell y'all. But that right there made me realize, okay, I guess it did. It kind of sinked in. Now he realizing that, man, this guy was right. These soldiers, he wanted to talk longer, but I was like, man, I ain't got time to talk to you really right now. I'm a little busy, but what the problem is? He said, I just wanted to tell you, you were right. Because these soldiers I got right now, they are the devil.
Well, he's seeing what you went through.
Man, he's seeing it. And I'm like, I understand, but I appreciate you calling me and let me know that I was doing something right and I did some things right. But I kind of knew, but you just, you kind of you confirm what I was thinking, because a lot of them didn't want to see it, right? And at times we as leaders in the army, especially in the army, we got soldiers and NCOs and whoever up under us, and then shoot, some of our superiors that didn't want to acknowledge what we brought and the value that we brought to the table. So for that
Yeah.
one little incident, it made me realize, okay, I'm glad he understood why I was doing what I was doing, and it wasn't personal. It was always about the business. It was always about what I told their families in front of their formation, because I left, doing that deployment, I left on my daughter's birthday. So
Yeah.
I was like, look, dude, and I told your family, my goal is to get y'all back home safely. I don't care about nothing else. That's my ultimate goal, is to get y'all back. I'm taking this large contingent of soldiers in this platoon down range, and my goal is to get you back, right? No
Right.
matter what. So that's when they realized. That when it came full to full fruition to me. That I was doing the right. I was doing what I need to be doing right.
Okay, bet that. All right, Ando, you got a specific thing, man. When did it resonate with you that you was a tremendous leader or mentor, man, and or mentor? Give me one
Uh,
example, one that stands out for you.
yeah, there were a lot of examples. You're right, man. I really had to put a little thought into this one. Because there are quite a few, once you serve 22
That's
years,
right. That's
um,
right. Yeah,
you have people from your past,
facts.
just like my man just said, that will come up to you. It's been 10, 12 years later in the grocery store. You don't know who you're looking at. And they're like, Drill Sergeant Anderson? And you're like, yeah, who are you? And then they tell you who they are and the impact that you had on their lives. And so it was this one was tough, um, but within a few minutes, I'm like, no, it's actually not that tough, because the moment um, that I really realized, the type of leader that I was was when I was a drill sergeant, and I had a soldier that had come in overweight. His uniforms always disheveled or mismatching or something, and um, so if you know me, what you do, Tim, back then, I was all over it, right?
All over
Standard
it.
is the standard. And I was
Yeah.
on this young man. I think he was about 22, 23. No, no, I take that back. He was about 19. He was about 19. Um, but I was on this young man heavily. And when we marched these soldiers to school, those formations would be 50 meters to could be 100 meters long.
Right.
You're marching these soldiers, but I would not allow him to march. I'm like, no. You run around the formation. Every time I see you, you running around the formation. Do you understand me? You haven't earned the right to be marching with my soldiers, period. And I was on this kid hard, and he'd get out of school, and I make him do extra, a little extra PT with me, after I sent everyone else in. And I want to say it was about a month in before the soldier came to me, and he said, I was doing his counseling. And during this time, these soldiers were with us, Tim, what was it, about 12 weeks?
15, actually.
15, yeah, 15
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I believe this has gone on, I was on him for about a month or so. And then finally he came in. I was doing one of his counselings, and he just asked if he could talk to me, I believe, without his battle buddy. He needed to share something with me. So I had his battle buddy stand outside the door. And the soldier expressed to me that, the reason he didn't have uniforms is because he was a split option soldier. So people don't know what a split option soldier is. They go to basic training during the summer of their
Right.
like after their junior year.
Yeah.
And then after they graduate high school, they go straight into their advanced individual training. Okay.
Right.
So he was a split option soldier. So essentially, when the other soldiers were leaving basic training from doing PT every day, coming to AIT, somewhat prepared, to do more strenuous level of Army fitness as their standards increase. This guy had essentially a year off, not doing any PT. So he was big, but that wasn't the main reason why he was as big as he was and why he didn't have uniforms. I think he had one PT uniform, I found out, and one set of BDUs, and they were not in the best shape. right? So his house had burned down at home with his mom. I think he was either from Mississippi or Missouri, but the house had burned down prior to him. I want to say a couple of months before he had to report to training. So his military gear that was in there was basically destroyed. He was down to one uniform. He had mismatched stuff, and I said, "Okay, I got it. I got it." So that was too easy for me. I got the soldier issued, new uniforms, because what he was wearing, it wasn't even fitting properly anymore either. So,
Right.
so I got him new uniforms, new BDUs, got him new PT uniforms. But then I stayed on him still. I don't want to see you walking. You're gonna earn your keep, right? So by the time that kid graduated, he was in the best shape of his life. He was very disciplined. He was very mature. And, he came to me after he graduated and he said, Drill Sergeant, I need to talk to you. I was like, go ahead. I thought he was gonna say, "Oh, you're the worst person. I hate you." We
He
get
probably
those
did
letters
say
too,
that.
right?
He probably did say that under his breath a couple of nights.
Yeah. I received one of those letters mailed to me. They made sure they were far away before they mailed it to me. Right?
That's some of them.
It's too hard on me. I hate you, right? So, but this kid, this is what I'm expecting. But then the young man says, "I just want to thank you. You show more concern for me than anybody. I know you were hard on me, and it was hard." He said, "But I appreciate that, because Drill Sergeant, I stand before you today. I'm 55 pounds lighter since I've been under your care. You know, I have more confidence. My family's getting back on its feet. And it's because of you. And I know I can go forward now, and I'll be a good example. I know I'll be successful in anything that I do. And you know, what do you say to that? And I was a hard dude back then as a drill at 28
Yeah.
years old, right?
Yeah.
27. But it was
Yeah, you over there about to cry.
oh yeah, it was touching. And
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, I appreciate that, but it's not just me, it's because of
But
you.
in true fashion, you probably told him, "Get out of here. Matter of fact, do push-ups."
Don't be telling me no sob stories. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Just because
What, you in love with me or something?
Go out here.
You in love with me or something? Get out of here.
Trying to soften me up.
Get out of here, buttercup.
What you trying to say? You love me? You love me or something?
What?
Get out of here, buttercup. Go do the army good.
What kind of love we talking about? You know what I'm saying? That was when I realized, right? Because we counsel these soldiers, tend to tell you every Friday. It was really overkill during that time, especially with the number of soldiers that we were.
It was, man.
That we were training.
Yeah.
And these soldiers would get out of class and go to chow, and the lines would be so long because you could have up to 100 soldiers in your platoon that you have to cancel, and you got lines going around the corner. You call down platoons at a time, so it was stressful for these guys during that time. We were having 3:30 wake ups for a while. Because they were doing, dual classes. We were conducting PT twice a day.
Sometimes 3 times a day, depending on what the schedule was. Yeah,
that's right. So it was tough, but this young man persevered, and I felt good about that. That's when I realized, coming in at 3 o'clock in the morning and leaving sometimes at midnight just to go home and take a nap and come back. It made it all worth it when you realize the impact that you're having on young people's lives. And me myself, I was a young person. Right. When I think about it and look at it, yes, I was 20, 26, 27 years old during that time. I had been in the military for about 8 years. I was still a young man, but that particular moment will always, be important and resonate in my memory as a time when I felt like, okay, Sheldon, now you get it. You're seeing the impact, and you're a great leader, and you do make a difference in these soldiers' lives. And And I think from that moment, that's what propelled me to continue my career and decide to be a career soldier.
Yeah. Hey man, so mine was like you said, over the span of 25 years, once you get over 20, actually, as you can imagine, there was quite a few of these moments for all three of us. We could share, many, many stories, many examples. The one that resonates with me the most is I talked about this in Ununited too. August 24th, 2011. Yes, that is my birthday, if that day sounds familiar. That morning at about 7:30 that morning, got a call. I had just been on a mission that night before, and I just came back. I left that mission early with the convoy to fly back to the FOB for an important leaders huddle. So me and the commander left and came back in a helicopter. What we didn't know is that convoy got attacked shortly after we left. Okay. So at about 7:30 that morning, we get the call that the medevac is coming in with several of my soldiers severely injured, battling for their lives. Okay. So as I'm standing there in that field hospital watching these soldiers being operated on, literally watching them being operated on, they battling for their lives, and the medics are doing what they can to save these guys. Thankfully, they did save them. We had some severe injuries, but they did save them. A lot of them died. The most powerful thing that had happened to me since I've been in the military happened to me right then. At that same time, another convoy that I had out on the road, because I was the first sergeant in the BSB, was being attacked. So I had to give the order to those soldiers that survived that attack to go back, gear up, and go out and support that mission. You know how hard that was for me to do that? And I know they watching their battle buddies there, and all they can think about is what's going on with them. But it was almost without hesitation, man. Them soldiers gathered themselves, and they came in there, and they was all wide-eyed, and they was ready for their next instructions, man, to move out, because they had that kind of trust that, you know what, we was trained to do this. This is what we trained for. This is what we're going to do. Our guys going to be all right, but we're going to go out there in the midst of this turmoil, and we're going to do our jobs. We're going to do our jobs. We're going to go out here, and we're going to make sure that something like this don't happen again today. So after that whole ordeal, that's exactly how they was. Now, these were soldiers telling me this. Because I asked them, I was like, man, it was impressive to see y'all gather yourselves and go out there. They was like, hey, listen, like you told us when you hit the door, we really got when we got over here. When you look to your left and right, that's the people that's going to help you get back home. So, we got to do what we got to do to do that. I was very, very touched and moved by that, to the point to where, here it was 14, 15 years later, I had to write about it in a book. Because somebody needed to hear that, and stories like that. So I say that to say this: the power of leadership, man, can't be undervalued. When you're a leader and you training those young soldiers like that, man, you have no idea who's watching you. And the power of leadership is a real thing, and not just in the military, in every walk of life. If you're positive in somebody, man, you never know who's watching you, and you could be that person to actually change that person's life forever. And put them on a trajectory to go out there and do some great things, man. So that was my little spiel on it. I'm glad and I'm proud of what we was able to do, as I know you guys are, okay? All right, so check it out, man. We're going to jump right into our next segment, man. It is called This or That, This or That, This or That, This or That. Fellas, this is normally when the show kind of go off the rails a little bit, but we're going to try to keep it together, all right? You know what I'm saying? I can't make no promises, all right? So y'all bear with us. Fellas, okay, we're going to stay right there with you, Ando. Man, this or that. Real simple. It ain't even complicated, man. Who you like better, man? Is it Monica or is it Brandy? You still on mute.
So, man, what are we talking about here, man? You try to make this as the most difficult conversations.
You heard the music. Do, 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 do. This and that. You heard the music now.
Oh man, because even in their prime, man, I used to go back and forth, man. I used to go back and forth on these two. I'd be Brandy, for one year or two. With Monica though, man. She got just back and forth, man. This is a good one, Tim.
Yeah, it is.
What is wrong with your mind, man?
I don't know, man. It's that bald-headed reasoning, man. You know what I'm saying? It's twisted, man. It's twisted.
Because at one point I think I probably was leaning Brandy because she it seemed like she was more popular. But voice and talent wise, man, I think Monica, I just think her vocals are they're not higher than Brandy's, I believe. So
That one song, dog, even if she don't even sing a note, that doggone best friend, when that bass line coming there, dog, it's bing, ding, 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 boom, doom, doom, doo, 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 boom, doo. That thing is,
yes.
Yo, that thing is hard, man.
Yes, that's hard right there, boss. That's hard right there, boss.
Yeah, it's hard, dog. Sometimes I just listen to that, Brian. Yeah, that bass line hard, dog. It's hard, man. It's hard. But Monica though, like you said,
Man. She sounded like a grown woman before she was a grown woman. I mean, she's just a talent, man. She's a talent vocally. So I just, that's why I'll have to lean on Monica.
Okay, Monica. Okay, then. Yeah. All right. What's down? Monica or Brandy? Is it best friend or the boy man? Which one were they talking about?
Well, fellas, subscribers and everybody alike, y'all know how it goes. It's always been a controversial debate. Everybody was wondering if they was beefing and all this other stuff, right? But at this particular point in time, when you look at it and you think about some of the things, and I know, Soldier sound. You see Monica, Monica had a little bit more vocal thing, but Brandy had that. She was an old technical vocalist. She hit them keys when the right notes and the right things. She kept it even keel, right? But when you look at it and you think about it, the only reason I'm gonna give Brandy, I gotta give Brandy the edge because not only did she do it in the musical industry, right? She stepped out there. Y'all know back in the 90s, that was our girl. Y'all was watching anything and everything, Brandy. Y'all was watching.
Moesha.
Yeah, you had to go check Moesha out, right? You want to know what the heck happened? Man, I can't believe Mo did that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I got because of her ability to diversify and step outside of that particular niche that she was in the R&B industry. She was able to do more and touch more and bring them to bring more to her side because of that and sway. But I get what y'all saying about when Monica hit her part of that on the boy's mind. I understand, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand. When you look at Monica, you start thinking like, yeah. But Monica kept it to herself, just like in a recent interview, they talked about, we don't really know what we was beefing about. We were letting people cause us to beef. We were letting our managers and whoever was a part of, our entourage causing us to beef, and we ain't really had no beef.
Right, because they didn't really have a whole lot of conversations. You're right.
Yeah, they ain't had nothing. Hey, Monica wanted what she wanted, right? And Brandy what he wanted. I can't even remember. Monica wanted a whole chocolate 6 foot something, and then Monica wanted what they wasn't even on the same. They wasn't even traveling down the same street.
Well, let me ask this right here. Who got the damn boy? Because both of them saying the boy's mine.
Hey, I guess we're going to find out they're going to find out on tour who got the boy.
The damn boy, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to say that. Hey,
all I know is that boy about 50 years old now. That's what I know.
That boy about 50 years old now, y'all. He bad boy. That boy still got the bargain though. He a bad man, dog. He a bad man.
He's right around the corner. I'm just saying. That's a bad man.
Yeah.
Right now. But
Well, I told her,
I'm gonna swear it. I'm gonna swear it to Brandon because of her ability to multi-talented and step
that's a good
outside
point.
and jump into that one side of to TV and movies, etc. Because she did it. Hey, matter of fact, she had a Barbie doll.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You ain't lying about that. You know, and you put something in perspective for me now, because I really, you know what, though? When I was thinking about this, I was clearly thinking about the artist, but you're right. That girl went on to TV and then, you know, and the game, and she was in the game for a little while, that TV show and all that other stuff, man. So, yeah,
Cinderella too.
I might have to give it to old Brandon Norwood, because I was about to say Monica with the vocalists and all that with the vocals. I was with Ando, but now
That's only
that's
one
not
side.
but that's not to say that Brandon couldn't sing now.
I didn't
Let's
say
not
she
get
couldn't.
yeah,
Hey,
I know. I'm
he
just saying.
do with the Matumbo finger. He do
I'm
with
just
the
clearing that
Matumbo
up
finger.
with the audience. I just want to let all the audience know we're not saying Brandon now.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon now she can still sing now, but you know, but yeah, man. But you made some good points that was down. I like that one, man. You level set us down there. You level set us down. You know what I'm saying?
She had to do it.
You're a
Yeah,
bad man. You're a bad
bring
man.
bring
You're a
it back.
bad
Hey,
man.
bring it back to perspective. No,
Yeah, you put some perspective on
yeah.
that thing, man. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit you with another one then. Since we're right there, I'm gonna stay right there with you then. Is it Mariah High Note Carey, or is it Janet Miss Jackson if you're nasty? There it is. Wait a minute.
Hey, what Janet name was it? It was happening in Good Time. What her name was?
Penny.
Hey, Penny was all of us. Penny was getting her ass whooped. I'm sorry, Penny. Penny was getting her ass whooped, but Penny still held it down.
By that damn hot ass iron.
That hot ass curling ass. Well, hey, and then Penny came out of that curling iron like a doggone butterfly. She was a caterpillar in the cocoon getting burnt the hell up. And then all of a sudden she came out of that mud like an old butterfly, right? And then she had I ain't gonna say she had a miss out, but you know, all of her understood that. Now I remember why I like Janet. She can not only dance, she know how to move her hips, she can samba, she can do all that, but she has some perky.
Yeah. But yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something.
See, I know you studied on that one. You like
watch it, sucker.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl experience. That's all I'm gonna
say. What? I'm gonna tell you right now, boy. Hey, boy, you tried to set me all the way up, dude. You know what? Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, boy, you ain't playing fair tonight at all. This dude is dealing from the bottom of the deck tonight, boy. I'm telling you.
Tim, it's like when you go outside and you dig a hole when you was a kid and you put a little water in it and you put some leaves or something over it and you just wait for somebody to just step in it. You just here it comes. He's just gonna put some water in the hole, dog, and he just waiting up. He's just looking at it like,
man, all you gotta do is go there and look at the clips of those tours that JJ was out there on, man. I ain't talking about JJ from from Good Times. I'm talking about Janet. You see some on tours when they bring people on stage, when she brought people on stage, huh?
Pass right the hell out. I'm gonna tell you something. I still can't watch Pleasure Principle video. I can't watch that. I don't want to see that, man. You know, you'll be somewhere by yourself after a while, man. You can't. No, man.
Hey, don't say it. No. Don't say it.
I'm through with him. You go ahead, dog. I ain't talking to him no more tonight. Go ahead, Ando. I ain't messing with him. What's your answer, was, dog? What's your damn answer?
so
I'm going with Janet.
Seeing how you ain't saying nothing about Mariah, I think it's safe to say you go.
Yeah. We don't even know who the other artists. I forgot who the other artists we supposed to be comparing because I ain't heard no other name, dog.
That's why I said her name first, dog. Because after you say that other one, you can't talk about nobody else. You can't talk about nobody. I think we through with that one right there already. I think we already got all our.
Hey, that Flash Dance, remake and that water thing.
Now I would tell you, and I know my man, Watchdog, he going by whole body of work, when he talks about Janet, but Mariah was the number one
Yeah, she
female vocalist of the '90s. Janet was number two.
Yeah,
yeah,
true
she's still
that.
getting
True
paid.
that.
All time hits. I mean,
She's
all
still getting paid
time.
out that Christmas song, but how many times
Yeah,
you wake
yeah.
up in the
According to
morning and want to hear
Billboard, among the top 100 artists
that?
of
Yeah.
all time. Um,
Yeah,
Madonna at second, Mariah Carey five, Janet Jackson seven. So I
yeah,
guess it depends on your flavor. And Mariah probably moved up to five because they're playing all her Christmas songs every year,
yeah. And Janet hadn't made no album in a little while too, though. To her point, Mariah got a new album out right now as we speak. You know,
Oh, okay.
she got a new hot single out called "Dangerous."
Hmm.
It come on the radio right now. A lot dangerous. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I love
She
Golden
it's
Girls, man.
called "Dangerous." Mariah Carey.
Did she sing?
Yeah, she's singing that, right? Yeah, she actually singing this one, dog. That boy, that dude. Boy, let me tell you, boy, you coming in hot today, boy.
Oh,
He coming in hot tonight, boy. I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called Watchdog. I've been doing it for.
I was just asking because man, we done seen some. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
We have been deceived before, So who you
I ain't
going
say
with?
nobody put no
Ando?
Milli Vanilli though. I ain't gonna say nobody put a Milli Vanilli, but
I'm going with Janet, big dog. I'm going with
Me
Janet.
too. Me too, dog. I'm going Miss Jackson because I'm dashed. You know what I'm saying?
Woo, nasty boy. I mean, bang.
boy, you know how long I avoided saying that. I'm glad you went first.
Yeah, I'm going to say. Well, okay, well, let me do this right here then. Let me throw one at y'all real quick. The wild card I'm going to throw it here, dog. Who's the bigger question mark? Is it Fantasia or Serena Williams? Ando?
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? I need to turn the mic on. How you doing out there, America? Yeah. We here in Cali, we're just doing what we do. So this is a setup because
I get mine first then. Why you do it? Let me get mine first. Fantasia.
Man, let me tell you something.
All I can remember is BET Awards. Farnsworth Bentley was giving her an award, and she had to walk off after that. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that's my answer. That's my answer.
Okay, that's your answer too. So you must know what I was talking about. Okay, watch out.
Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that tennis match in that black cat suit?
I do.
That black cat suit that got banned from.
Oh, woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
I do. I didn't take my decision lightly.
I ain't watched Kenny so.
Hey, it ain't no wrong answer, man.
Ain't no wrong answer.
Support group. We got you.
As a matter of fact, do y'all remember the one where she was on the beach with the leopard bottoms and the pink top?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, all right. Well, hey, fellas, it's been good, talking the word with you guys and everything.
Yes.
What y'all doing? Oh, we just reading the word. We was here talking about Matthew.
Hey, trying to get my exclamation mark placed in the right position.
We just here studying the word, having the Bible study.
Talk about when Jesus flipped over them tables at the synagogue at the church and down.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna start speaking in tongue. Alaroca Coca-Cola.
Coming in a Hyundai.
Color Roca Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what.
Wasabi.
Man, I don't know. I don't. You can't.
It's hard. I know it's hard, man. I know it's hard.
Just say you like chocolate, Hershey's chocolate. You know,
you can just say both if you want to because it's a wild card.
Yeah, that's you know, it's a double negative.
It's very positive.
No, the upside.
Hope them question marks make you say, what?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why they call it an onion, Tim?
Wait,
Tell her. Explain. Why they call it an onion, Tim?
Man, you out there marching down the sidewalk to my eyes, right?
So your onion, when you look at it, man, you know, your face get fixed in a spot, you can't move it, and it causes you to tear up. You know what I'm saying? Like when you cut fresh onion. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's got a lot of different things. Question mark, traffic jam, you know, country road. They call it, you know, it's a bunch of
you over there for marching straight ahead.
Yeah, you know, it's just a whole bunch of things that'll cause you to get in trouble. Get you in trouble. We will get you in trouble. Okay. All right. So, all right, fellas. At this time, we like to invite you guys to follow us again. I can't get my words together. I'm laughing like hell, man. All right, we like to invite you guys to follow us on YouTube and Spotify. New episodes every Monday, man. If you want to reach out and drop us a comment, man, or if you want to have something on your mind, you want to drop us a little line, a little comment or whatever, please comment on the show, by the way. But if you want to do that, it's at BaldHeadReasoner@gmail.com. That again, BaldHeadReasoner@gmail.com. That's how you reach out to us, man. We'd love to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? We try to put this content out there, man. I hope you guys are enjoying it. So once again, BaldHeadReasoner@gmail.com. New episodes every Monday. BaldHead Reason, tap in YouTube and Spotify. Okay, you know, here we go. In their prime. And no, you are the man, and we're gonna go ahead and cue this thing off, man. And I know this right here, this week, right here, this is a this is a great setup. Man, are you gonna go with the guy they call Isaac Bruce or my main man Reggie Wayne? Ando, you know what to do, baby.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you, in the words of my man Mark Jackson, bro, you know, with both of these dudes, you just say, "Mama, there go that man.
There go that man.
There go that man, because he got it again, and he gone again.
And he gone.
I mean, you talk about, man, what a great comparison, bro. Because you're talking about hands.
Precision route running.
Precision route running.
Boy,
quickness and
put you out on the blender, boy. And you out there,
what you
on
talking
spin
about?
cycle.
And they were not the biggest dudes out there. And
they were.
But they seemed like the biggest dudes out there every time they got the ball.
Yes.
It was like they were the men amongst boys, man. I love both of those guys, man.
The run after catch for both of these guys, like you just said, the point you made it remarkable because they wasn't that big in stature. But man, if they got their hands on the ball. Whoo.
Yeah, sir. I mean, and then in football terms, a lot of people don't know what this means, but like when you drop them hips when you run it, you know, Reggie Wayne could freaking drop them hips and break a joker down and be gone.
Right.
Be gone in either direction. I mean, but he was amazing run after the catch, man. And golly, it was Isaac Bruce or Reggie Wayne. Boy, that's damn near impossible right there.
It's a tough thing, man.
You were wrong for this, bro. You were wrong again. It's no wrong answer. It's no wrong answer. But I would have to. I'll go with Reggie Wayne though. It's no wrong answer though.
Yeah.
Isaac Bruce was nasty, man. With the best show on turf right there, boss.
Yes.
Greatest show on turf. That was. Yes. We haven't seen anything like that since.
No. The closest thing I saw to it was probably two examples. Well, I'm gonna let Watchdog go first, but I'll come back to that. Go ahead, Watchdog.
Well. Let me say, the decision to make. And the only reason I gave I'm gonna get a slight edge. I gave the. I mean, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say an edge. I'm gonna say he took one step forward. He was on the second step, and Reggie was on the first step. And the only reason behind any other was because Isaac Bruce ended up already getting into the Hall of Fame, right? That is the only edge that I can give to Isaac Bruce is because he reached that pinnacle that all those guys are trying to make, right?
Yeah,
He secured the bag on that Hall of Fame jacket, and no slight or nothing to Reggie because Reggie Wayne was a monster. He would deal and dial you up down the field. Didn't matter who you were on the other side of the ball. He's getting his. And he had somebody on the other side of the ball dealing it to on the same side of the ball dealing it to him, which made it even more special because he knew that I'm gonna be there in clutch when you need me to be there.
yeah,
So the only reason I'm giving it to Isaac Bruce is because of the fact that he did make it 2 additional seasons than Reggie Wayne. He ended up with both of them had a Super Bowl, but because he ended up in the Hall of Fame right now, and they doing Reggie Wayne a disservice by not having him already been voted him in. It's just ridiculous. So that is
agree.
the
I
only
agree.
reason I'm going there because both both had Super Bowls, won Super Bowls. Both had numerous appearances to Pro Bowls. I think Reggie Wayne had 2 more than Isaac Bruce. Was he 6 Pro Bowls? And
Right.
Isaac Bruce
Mhm.
had 4. Uh, but if you look at the numbers, they were similar in numbers in receiving and receptions and touchdowns. It was right there in the ballpark. I mean, it may have been like a what is it about a 7, 8 uh difference, 9 point 9 reception touchdown difference in the stats as far as who had the most touchdowns out of the 2 of them. But again, my only separation is the fact that Isaac Bruce got that jacket, brother. That's all I can say. But Reggie Wayne was definitely a beast in the league and should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I agree. So when I did this comparison, man, I looked at these guys and they're very similar. They both had Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Peyton Manning, Kurt Warner. They both had, tremendous running backs, Adrian James and Marshall Faulk. They had complete football teams. They were explosive. Both of them had valid number twos on the other side too. I think Reggie Wayne had. I'm trying to remember the other guy. Isaac Bruce had another counterpart that was a bad boy. I'm having a brain thing right now, but they had good football teams. But
You
Isaac
talking
Bruce
about
did
Torrey
get
Hope
it. And Torrey Hope, that's the other guys. It had tremendous guys on
and
the other side. And
Marvin
he had
Harrison?
Marvin Harrison on the other side, Reggie Wayne. So I mean, these teams were comparable. They were very similar, actually. Very similar, man. But I would say I would give Isaac the nod, but I'm actually going to give Reggie the nod. And the reason I'm saying that because I think Reggie going to get his due at the end of the day. He's going to get that. He should have already got it, but he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. But I just think probably both of them were very explosive. But I think Reggie, even though he wasn't that big, he had this kind of physicality too, man, that he would bring to the game. Like he could get a little nasty, man. Because sometimes he come inside, man, and match up against a large corner or safety and Reggie would just do him in, you know, and that impressed me, especially on a Colt team that was known. They was like, they used to get the rap for being finesse team. They didn't want you to hit them and all that, but Stokely, Wayne, Harrison, James, them guys was moving that ball down the field, man, and they wasn't just chucking it every down. Another aspect I bring, Reggie Wayne was a tremendous blocker too, though. He was a really good blocking wide receiver, and that's the thing that a lot of wide receivers kind of get overlooked with. He was a very good, like the Dez Bryants of the game, the Hines Wards, the Roddy Whites. Those guys they are tremendous blockers too, in the run game. They're very physical, Mohamed Sanu was probably one of the best blocking wide receivers I've seen in a long time, man, because he would knock your block off in the run game, Yeah, I mean, he was physical, man. So the greatest show on turf, that point you made earlier, and it's two teams that remind me of those offensive, not to that degree, because they were never that. Let me state that now. It was called the greatest for a reason, the greatest show on turf. But the 2018 Cowboys had a fast break offense that when Dak they had it. Man, that thing was so explosive, bro. I mean, they was the number one scoring team in football. And the 2016 Falcons, the year we went to the Super Bowl, they was unstoppable, man. You couldn't stop them teams on offense. You just could not stop them. They was unstoppable, man. They was gonna score points. If you couldn't score 40, you couldn't beat them. You just couldn't beat them. I don't care what your defensive did. If you couldn't score 40 points, you couldn't beat them teams in those years. You just couldn't do it. And the thing with the Colts back then, with Reggie Wayne, man, or with the Rams, that's the thing. They get on you so fast you have to check your game plan, because you look up, it's 17-zip. You punt.
Yeah,
man, they going right down there scoring, man. With
you already on
Bruce and Marshall
on the
Falk,
back
they
of your
going
play
down.
sheet already.
Yeah, man, you got to chuck your whole game plan.
Flip that play sheet straight over.
You can't run the ball no more because you down 17 before the half. So it was amazing to watch. And these two guys played against each other in the same time. That's what make it more. To see that kind of talent in the NFL, man, that was a special time in the league, man. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Reggie, man. I'm gonna go with Reggie though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Reggie, man. All right, fellas. Our last segment is called Off the Dome, fellas. Off the Dome, man. Fellas, who or what are you putting on blast this weekend? We'll start with you, Watch Dog. Kick us off.
Well, you know what, I'm gonna have to do it, and I know everybody probably already heard so many shows and so many other things and podcasts and all these genres and news outlets and everybody else talking about the floods in Texas. That dear, that's my home state. That's where I'm originally from. Some things that's been disturbing me, and I've been looking at the different news, the different reports and the different things and the fact that some of the positions in these areas that was critical to situations like that should have been filled, and there was nobody in no particular positions, right, to send those notifications out that, hey, look, there's a potential or extreme potential or high potential of catastrophic flooding that's going to happen within the next 24 hours. Those positions was unfilled, and so no notifications were sent. And now we sitting right here right now, and we got individuals out here trying to sway or change and throw sleight of hand or whatever you want to call it. Just it's 100. It was last time I checked, it was up to 127 lives.
Yeah, and 100 still missing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, multiple mentions, and you in the scenes and the pictures and you seen the one where I saw a whole Ford F-150 buried under mud, and they still trying to figure out how to dig it out and see. And then I saw another one. I'm like, man, and one of the things I'm sitting there looking at, and I'm thinking about back in the day, right? And I hate to say back in the day, previously in previous administrations, you seen this 4-letter character rolling out to those scenes those areas that have been devastated by natural disasters. You've seen support coming from that particular organization that starts with an F and ends with an A. You've seen that organization rolling on the road trying to get there to provide assistance to these. But I ain't seen that from this particular administration, and it's kind of it's disheartening. And I happen to see other organizations and civilian organizations that are anteing up and taking up stake and doing that. Matter of fact, I'm really throw it aside. If you haven't seen it, and everybody probably want to try to debunk it and say, well, that ain't true. The Mexico side of the house, Mexico folk, right? Countrymen and all of them, first responders, they showed up on the scene. Unasked,
The very
didn't
people you're trying
care.
to keep out.
The very people we talk about are criminals and don't need to, can't provide assistance, and they doing this and they uncertain, and they don't need to be here because they the criminal element, but they the ones showing up to help. They the one here showing providing assistance with not even being asked. That's why I'm going with that. And then I hate to keep going, but I got another one. I know how to speak English. I don't need you to ask me. You speak good English. Where you learn how to speak English?
That was just asinine, man.
And we still got people defending this, right? And that's another, man, I can go on and on. There's another one too, where somebody was flying a drone talking about they gonna sign a document. I thought it was reality TV. But you standing on the grounds of a building that was devastated in 2011, and you out here in 2000. I'm sorry, I said 2011, but I'm hot, man. This is the news and the stuff that's out there. It's like I say, every week is something that causes you to just not feel safe and want it. I told somebody today, man. I said it's a shame that we as minorities or African Americans can tell you something, because we have devoted our time to some education and to higher learning and get to put ourselves on a different platform, and we can be telling you exactly what is about to happen, but you would look at us because of the color of our skin and tell us we don't know what we're talking about, or that we don't have the educational background, or tell you or tell you what we're saying, or explain it, or talk about that topic, or sit on this particular platform, and you don't have the educational platform, sir. You have proved it time and time again that you are unqualified, you are uncouth, you don't need to be there. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I can't really just nail down one instance this week, because with the Texas flooding and that other incident with the Liberia, come on, man.
And our hearts and prayers go out to.
Man.
Our hearts and prayers goes out. I'm glad you brought that up, though, to those people in Texas out there. So if you are following us or listening to us, man, just let you know we're praying for you guys in Texas, man. That was very tragic. One of the telling things in that is that the key responders that you were speaking of that should have been on duty like that, they was all laid off by Doge. So, I mean, I get you. I feel exactly what you're saying, man. So heart goes out to those people out there in Texas, man. I hope you guys are being safe, and I hope that I hate that you lost that, and we're praying for your family, man. All right, Ando.
Yeah, what am I putting on blast, man? I was going on the lighter side. Watchdog got me all in my feelings, all this stuff, man, because that was highly insulting. Talking to the Liberian president, but it was really more so embarrassing to our country.
It was
that you don't know your audience.
So embarrassing, man.
So embarrassing.
Like the fact that you don't know that the fact that you don't know that the official language of Liberia is English, you fool. They was British. They was ruled by the British.
Who is and who's advising this guy? Apparently nobody. Apparently they're just walking into rooms and just talking off the cuff, because that another embarrassing moment to our country, as our president addressed a world leader, in an attempt to look, like the big dog, and in fact he looked like the small hen. It's embarrassing, but anyway, what I'm putting on blast, this week, man, is some of these medical TV commercials, bro, man, and this stuff they be advertising, trying to get you in the graphics, man, just keep getting better and better. It's like watching a movie. So I think everyone has seen that Head and Shoulders commercial with Troy Polamalu, how they zoom in into the scalp and the hair, the little joker just running around in there. They good with the graphics, and oh yeah, get these dandruff flakes out of here,
Troy Polamalu in there running around sacking people,
Yeah. So I saw one today. It just took it to a whole nother level, man. It was actually it kind of frightened me a little bit, to be honest with you. So I don't know if you've seen this medical commercial where they're talking about toe fungus, and they're showing the toe fungus, and they got their medicine that's supposed to clear the toe fungus up, and then they like zoom in on the toe and was like, this is really not just something that's hard, and this is actually alive. And then they zoom in, and there's little worm-like parasites that are in there just crawling around, and that's what they saying the fungus in. It looks absolutely scary, man. It was scary. I would just
Bad
cut my
news for them
toe
brothers
off.
out there sucking toes. That's bad news for them
I
guys.
know, man. Their whole throat about to close up like cauliflower, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, this commercial, if you see this commercial, you understand what I'm saying. It's a little bit frightening, man. It's a little
Yeah,
bit frightening.
yeah.
This is an easier way for them to describe to us the things that's going on with our bodies, man, without them. Boy, you got to see that close up, though, dude. It's like that little worms and shit crawling around to my.
Like I
Yeah,
want to
this is
see it at
actually
this point.
alive, and this is alive, and we got to kill it.
I don't want to see that, dog.
Yeah, dog.
I'm going to get me a pedicure like next week just for that reason, dog. Go ahead and knock that out.
Hey, look,
spray some Roundup on my foot or something, dog. You know
I'm
what
telling
I'm
you right now, when you see that commercial and they show them
saying?
people's toes is all jacked up, you're gonna want to cut. You say, I just cut my toe off.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm
I
gonna
don't
put a
even
running
need
lot,
that.
dog.
Come
I'm gonna
on,
put a
I'm
running
good.
lot. Your finger's broken. What you gonna do? Just cut it off. I got to go in there and play the next down. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Well, look, man. Well, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to what Watchdog said, man. I'm putting Dollar J Trizop on blast because. But first, you know what? Before I do that, no, I ain't. You know what? I'm gonna give Jim Acosta his flowers, man, because Jim Acosta said what all of us was thinking. You sitting there trying to end birthright citizenship, and you going hard like that. So Jim Acosta asked him the point blank range question because you fit the criteria. Okay, so if you pass this, are you going to self deport? And are you and your wife and your children going to self-deport? Because your wife is not a U.S. citizen. She's a naturalized citizen. And you came here off of immigrants, second generation or whatever. So are you going to self-deport or are you going to deport your wife and your children? And he got all fired up about it and all that. Tomorrow, you're a terrible reporter and all that. But you out here you think you trying to run off one race, you know what I'm saying? But you got people here from Norway and Sweden and all them other places, and Russia and Germany that your ass came from too. So you know what though? You get in the same line with them and self-deport yourself. Then, if that's the case, if you try to run everybody out, and then he meet the criteria, So Jim Acosta was like, "Are you going to self-deport?" And he got his panties all in a bunch about it. But he asked you a legitimate question because you meet the criteria. Oh, by the way, you know, you came here, you talk about them committing crimes and all that. You've been convicted of 41 felonies. Last time I checked, you're a felon right now. So you should have already been damn deported. So why are you still here? Why are you still here? Okay, let's go. Justice system. Or is it justice system? Is it really the justice system or is it just us? Is it just us or is it just the system? I know what the answer is because I told you how I started. It's in a book called Ununited, available on Amazon, Books, a million bars, and everywhere around the world. Go ahead and check it out, man. Tap in. Ununited, it's available. If you want to know the truth, go out there and read it, man. It'll tell you how it started. We started like that. Quit tripping. It's always been like that. And that's our show for the night. Mic drop, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is the show we call BaldHead Reason. Man, again, like us, BaldHead Reasoning, like and follow us on YouTube and Spotify. 5. We got new episodes every Monday. Tap in and check us out, man. You want to hit us up on email? No problem. BaldHeadReasoner@gmail.com. You dig? So I am your host again, Tim Harvey, man. And these are my boys, man. And we're going to say adios. We hope y'all have a good weekend, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. It's Friday.
Make sure you get your vaccines. All right, get your shots. Get your shots. Don't fall for that. Because
get your vaccines. That's a great point.
People die from the plague.
Measles is out there tough. Great point, Watchdog. Like that. Measles is out there tough. It's out there tough, man. So make sure y'all get out there and check that out. And also, too, man, we're going to pray for Texas again. Like you just said before, we're going to pray for Texas, man. Prayers goes up to you. Shout out to Lev and Obi-Wan Canova, dog. Y'all playing hooky tonight. But it's all right.
Hey, hooky. Hey.
Y'all playing
you know what, Obi, we know where you at.
Obi-Wan. Well, you probably sailing the Mediterranean right now, dog. We'll catch up with y'all, man.
Having fun.
Hey, y'all be good, man. Hey, so from Cali to Virginia to the ATL, we say peace, love. Okay, it's love first. It's peace.
Hey,
and it's love. You did. All right, we out of here, y'all. Y'all be good, man.